Okay, makeup session today. We're going to start with a foundation that matches your natural skin tone, nothing too dark. Next, you're going to want to have a natural colored blush, something that's a little darker maybe than what you'd wear, but nothing too pink or orange. Neutral colored eyeshadows, something in the chocolate brown neutral color range. You're also going to want some eyeliner and mascara. So this is makeup for a combo pre-primary age student. Foundation is not necessary with students of that age, but we do recommend fair use of blush. Again, you want to use a blush that's nice rosy pink color, give that sort of, just came in from playing outside in the snow on the apples of the cheeks, and then blending up and out so that they're not, they don't have stripes on their face. So now we're applying a lighter brown color over the majority of the lid to give it a nice even tone, inside corner to outside corner. And this is a darker brown that we're applying to the lower part of the lid from the crease down towards the lash line. With little kids, it's harder to do the contouring and definition, so just covering it with a slightly darker brown color will be the best. Now we're using a black eyeliner just along the top lid. I'm going to gently pull the eyelid out a little bit so you get a nice straight line to go across the lid from inside corner to outside corner, trying not to make a wing or tail off the end of the eye. With little kids, you're going to want to use a smudge-proof or waterproof eyeliner just so that if they do rub their eye, it isn't going to smudge everywhere. So now we're going to apply a dark black or brown mascara just to the upper lashes to give a little more definition. With both the eyeliner and the mascara, as long as you can get one onto your child, that's okay. Some children won't allow you to apply one or the other, so do the best you can to get what you can onto them. So you want to apply a dark burgundy wine or red color of lipstick. With little kids, it's recommended to use a stain so that if they rub their lips, it's not going to rub all over themselves or somebody else, or costumes. Just follow the line of the lip. And we recommend not using a lip gloss. Make sure that it is a lipstick or stain, and no light pink colors, no Barbie pink or anything like that. Make sure that it's a nice dark, deep color. So once your foundation is applied, you're going to want to apply your blush, try and blend it in equally, and try and get it right on the apples of the cheek. We want to avoid any stripes and just kind of give that natural, just came in from playing outside in the snow kind of a look. So now we're just applying some bronzer on top of the blush just to give it a deeper mid-tone. Okay, so now we're going to apply sort of a neutral brown color over the whole eyelid and working up towards the eyebrow line. Kind of provides a foundation for the rest of the eye makeup. So now we're applying a highlighter just under the brow and to the outside and inside corners. So this is applying a darker brown eyeshadow to the crease of the eye and the outer corner, providing more definition and color. We're applying a black waterproof eyeliner. You want to go from the inside corner of the eye to the outer corner. Sometimes it helps to pull the eyelid straight just to help get the line. What we do not want is a tail. So you don't want to go too far past the corner of the eye, causing there to be a little tail. So this is applying a pencil liner to the lower lid along the tear line. Applied from the corner towards the outside corner towards the inside. So at this point we're going to apply mascara to eyelashes that have been curled. We recommend curling them just to help get the uplift on the lash. And if possible, apply to the bottom lashes as well. So for showstopper makeup, we want to start with primer, concealer, foundation, and then move on to a nice pink blush and bronzer. Then you're going to want a nice neutral shade of eyeshadow in both, usually 3 colors, highlighter, dark, and mid-tone eyeshadow. You're also going to want black mascara, eyeliner, and you're also going to need fake eyelashes and glue. First thing you want to do is find yourself a good hairbrush that's good for your style of hair. Something like this is great for finer hair. You're also going to want a nice fine tooth comb. Something like that can be good as well. It just kind of depends again on your kind of hair. The other thing that you're going to need is a hairnet. Okay, so make sure that you find the ones that have the elasticized edge. The Goody brand is good. But you want to find one that's similar to your hair color and has that elastic edge on it. You also need a really good, strong hair elastic. Depending on the thickness of hair and that sort of thing, make sure that it matches your hair color as well. You're also going to need hairpins for buns. So a hairpin is different than a bobby pin. This would be a bobby pin. Okay, that's good for holding in hair pieces and that sort of thing, where a hairpin is good for making a bun. Depending on the length of your hair, this would be for really long hair, and then getting for shorter hair. When you buy them in this size, they usually come in little bundles like this in a package, and there's going to be a bundle that is extremely, extremely thin that you can just bend them very easily. Just take that whole bundle and throw it out. It's going to cause you aggravation. So just make sure that they're nice thick. The other thing that you're going to want is a really good hairspray, not an aerosol spray, but a good strong hold hairspray. And some people also like to use a gel. Okay, so we've taken our ballet bun and we've moved it up so that you can see the hair is going up on an angle more towards the crown of the head for a high ponytail. And from the high ponytail, we've just put it back into a ballet bun again. So if you're asked to do a high ponytail, this is the angle that we want, and then we've put it into a bun so that we can put the curly ponytail in. So when you get your curly ponytail, there will be the 2 sets of combs on either side and the drawstring with the clip at the back. So when you get your ponytail, you're going to want to make sure that you find the natural hanging point. The combs that come attached to them are not always centered. So you can't just put them on either side and assume that your ponytail is going to be straight. You do kind of have to look and make sure that the hair is hanging naturally. So what you're going to do is take your combs and you just slide them in on either side of the bun so that it kind of goes underneath, and then you're going to want to flip it up and grab the drawstring and give it a really good pull and then slide up so that it's secured. At this point you're going to take the elastic and just wrap it around the hairpiece, and then take a bobby pin and you're going to want to secure the elastic with a handful of bobby pins through the top. Okay, and then just fix the hairpiece from there. You're also going to want to take a couple bobby pins and actually put them in through the mesh that creates the hairpiece, and you can just slide it right through the mesh into the bun just to create another level of security. And there you have your curly hairpiece. So you want to take the hair and pull it all back. And work it into a ponytail so that the hair goes straight back from the top of the ear. And you're going to want to take your elastic and just make it into a nice tight ponytail. Okay, so you're going to wet the hair with hairspray, and then take your fine tooth comb and you're going to want to pull the hair back to really smooth it out and slick it down. Try and get in all those baby hairs. And it's okay if it bubbles up at the ponytail. We're going to fix that in just a minute. So you just in general want to get rid of all those fuzzies, all the short little hairs, all the way around the head. Okay, so now that we've got it all sprayed down and it's nice and smooth, you can see that there's some bubbles around the back of the ponytail here. So in order to get rid of those, we're just going to take the ponytail out. What you want to make sure is that you don't let go of the ponytail, and we're just going to smooth and comb in all those extra little bubbles at the base. Then if there's any more bubbles, you're going to want to do another spray and comb back. If there's more bubbles, take it out, do it again until you get it nice and smooth. Okay, so now that you've got your ponytail ready to go, we're going to put it into a ballet bun. So you're going to just want to twist the hair so that it kind of works itself up on itself as you twist. And try and lay as you wrap it around, try and lay it flat. You don't want it to, we don't want it to twist in up on itself like this. So try and lay it flat as it comes around. So now this is where you're going to want to use your hairpin. The hairpin, you need to go vertical into the bun, and then you're going to lay it flat and slide it in. And you're going to want to put a few of those. So again, put it in vertical so it sticks straight up out of the bun. Lay it flat and push it in. And we're going to do 3. So you're going to lay it vertical, push it flat, and slide it in. At this point, your bun should be fairly secure that you can let go of it. And you're going to want to wrap a hairnet around it. So pull the elasticized edge up underneath and wrap it around multiple times until you've used up all of the hair elastic or the hairnet, and tuck in any extra. At this point, I like to take the pins that I have in the bun out, and then you can reshape it if it's gone lumpy or it's kind of an odd shape. You can kind of reshape it and then go through and put in the pins again. So put it straight up, lay it flat, and push it in on the edge. I like to do 4, sort of top, side, side, and bottom. Make sure they're all kind of pushed in. And then I like to go through and put them on the corners. Depending on the length of your hair, you may require more pins. And you can really feel when the pin grabs in at the elastic. There, so you just want to push the pins in. The key is to make sure that it's nice and flat towards the head and not sticking out too far. And that's your
Next, we're going to show you how to put your hair into a high bun. First, you want to put your hair into a ponytail and make sure all of your flyaways are sprayed down. And the ponytail location should be higher than the crown, so higher than you would put a regular high ponytail, but not right on top of the center of the head. So a nice high ponytail just slightly above the crown. Now you're going to take your ponytail and twist it first, and then start slowly wrapping it around the base of the elastic, not wrapping it too tightly because we want to keep the size of the bun a little larger. And then you'll tuck the end underneath. So right now your bun will feel fairly bulky, and then you'll take a few of your hairpins, put it down vertically, flatten it, and push it in. And this is just to secure the bun before putting the hairnet in. Now you'll take your hairnet and wrap it around. You might not want to wrap it quite as tightly as you would do when you're doing a regular ballet bun, so that you're not squishing the size of the bun quite as much. Then you can take the hairpins out and reshape the bun. So we want this bun to be a little bit higher, sort of the look of a sock bun without using a sock or a hairpiece inside. So we want the bun to stand up a little higher. Then you can put your hairpins back in, as many as you need to secure the bun. Now for some dancers who have very thin hair, if you need to, you can back comb the ponytail first just to give it a little more volume before you start twisting and wrapping it around so that you can still have a larger bun as well. And the end result, when we look at the dancer head on, we want to be able to see the bun sitting up high on the head.
Okay, so we're going to do a left side part, low bun. So for this you want to go directly above the left pupil and part the hair. So when you do a part, again, making sure that it's basically above the left pupil, you want to make sure that the part is a good 2 to 3 inches long. You don't want to have a really short part here, you want to have a nice long part. And then what you're going to do is pull the hair down and back into a low ponytail. You want to try and get rid of any extra bumps and bubbles as you go. So with a regular ballet bun, we talked about the hair going straight back from the ear. With a high bun, you want the hair going up, and with a low bun, you're going to want the hair going down towards the nape of the neck. And you're going to go through the same process of spraying and then combing in all the extra fuzz and baby hair. So when you do a low bun, you tend to get more of these bumps, so it's definitely important that you pull it out and comb all of those bumps back in, just to create that nice sleek look. There you go. So from here then you would just go through the same process, tip your head forward, of creating a ballet bun. When you go through this, you want to make sure that your ponytail is not too low in the hairline, otherwise your hairpins will have nothing to grab onto. So again, I'm going to throw in a couple hairpins just to hold it in place, and then put a hairnet on. Tuck the extra in. I'm going to pull the pins out and reshape. And then put the pins back in. Again, top and bottom, side to side. And then I like to go into the 4 corners. Now, if by chance in any of these hairstyles your child has really short hair, you're going to want to just use regular bobby pins and lots of hairspray and gel to stick up all the extra ends. And there you have your left side part, low bun. Okay, so we're going to get ready to do the lyrical straight back, half up, half down. This is a regular size elastic that we've been using to do a bun. This is the size of elastic that you're probably going to want to use to do your half up, half down, so that it's smaller, it's not as bulky, and the ponytail will sit back flatter to the head.
Right now we're going to show you a hairstyle used in lyrical. So it's half up and half down and straightened. So if your hair isn't naturally very straight, we suggest using a hair straightener to get it all nice and smooth. So you're going to take the hair from just above the ear and go on a very slight angle upward, not too high though. And when you divide the hair, make sure not to go right down to the scalp, because we want to make sure that there is enough hair hanging underneath to not look like a ponytail with a little bit of hair hanging from underneath. And we're going to use that small hair elastic so that once it's in, it'll lay fairly flat to the head. Okay, and then once it's in, you can brush it to make sure it's nice and smooth. And you're going to use your spritz hairspray to get any flyaways put away. And if you have bangs, you're going to have to make sure that you use matching bobby pins to put the extra pieces away. And that is what your lyrical hairstyle will look like.
Okay, so we're going to make a poof and the hair straight down. So when you're making your poof, you're going to want to make sure that your poof isn't too narrow. Make sure that you go out probably out the width of the pupils or on the outside of the pupil, and pull the hair back a good 3 to 4 inches, kind of like if you were making a left side part. You want to make sure you go back far enough to get a good section of hair. And once you have your section of hair, you're going to back comb it in layers. So when you're back combing in layers, using an aerosol hairspray is a good idea. Make sure you get a good back comb going, nice down close to the root, and then take the next section and back comb it again. This goes for anything that requires back combing. Once you've got all your back combing done, you're going to flip the hair back and then gently give it a little brush just to smooth it all out from the front. And then you're going to want to gather it in the back. And then just using bobby pins, you're going to want to pin in to hold it all in place. Okay, so from the front you've got the poof, and then the hair is straight down, and then just using bobby pins crisscross back and forth to hold it all in place. And then finish it off with a good hairspray. The bottom hair, if it's curly and requires to be straight, then just take a straightener through it. Just taking the poof and we've put it into a ponytail straight back from the ear, and we're putting it into a ballet bun so that we can make the messy pony to go with the poof. And we're going to use the curly hair piece to make that messy pony. So we're going to use a hair piece to make the messy bun. But this is not, it's an old hair piece. You don't need one that's got really great curl to it. Just something that has a little bit of texture to it. And also, if you're putting in the messy hair piece, you might want to make the poof a little bit on the larger side so that you can see it along with the hair piece. This one's a little bit smooth for the messy bun, but that's all right. So you're going to put the hair piece on just like you would normally. Slip the combs in on either side and then wrap the elastic all the way around and secure it in place. Once you've got it all secured into place, then you're going to take sections of hair and kind of twist them and then just pin them in. At this point you can use bobby pins, but hairpins work really well for this as well. So 3 or 4 sections of hair, and then pin it all into place. And then you want to use lots of extra pins just to secure it all in so that it's not going to fall out. Okay, so here we have our messy bun. Again, probably making the poof a little bit higher would be a good idea if you've got the messy bun. And then you just want to use lots and lots of pins to secure it all the way around. We've also put an elastic around it to get more of a bun look, just right around the base of the bun. And there you go.